What's up, everybody? Davin Topel here, and today we are on the beautiful Spey River with three amazing women of fly fishing: April Vokey, Emily Gordon Lennox, and Jen Ripple. April, tell us a little bit about yourself and what this place means to you.
I've been steelhead fishing since I was a teenager, and obviously a lot of the fishing that we do in British Columbia is spey casting, which originated on this river. And we fish a lot of steelhead patterns, but a lot of them have got the inspiration from Scotland, specifically the Lady Caroline fly, which we're going to talk about.
That's right.
For me, being a young woman steelhead fishing, I was always really enamored by the fact that there was this beautiful fly that was named after a woman. And for years, it's been my favorite go-to fly on the Bulkley, where I live now. And to be here, knowing that she has stepped foot here and sat here and been with women here like we are now, it's very surreal and very special. And it's a 2-decade-old dream, and it's come true finally.
Yeah, and you brought up the Lady Caroline as well, and that's what we're here to kind of celebrate and to, we're going to create a cocktail here for you real soon. But with that said, Emily is a descendant of the Lady Caroline. And could you tell us a little bit about yourself and what that means to you in fly fishing and in your family?
Absolutely. Well, I have been really lucky that I've grown up fishing here. I think because of Lady Caroline, it's kind of permeated down through life and through the generations that me and my sister especially really are focused on, as well as my brother. It hasn't been a male-dominated thing like it has been for so many years gone past. We still really love it and come up as often as we can. And it's just a really important place to be and special to all of us.
We also have Jen Ripple with us. Jen, tell us a little bit about what fly fishing means to you. What about the Lady Caroline and fishing that fly here today means to you?
Yeah, so for me, I'm not like traditionally a spey angler. I don't do it very often, but to me, the history of what, Lady Caroline stood for here is really important because I have done extensive research on the history of women in fly fishing, and this is a capstone in our history lesson. And to know that this is the area, this exact stretch of river is where Lady Caroline actually, and her sister Lady Florence, really brought women here and took them fishing on this river. Now today, a lot of women, like April and I, we host a lot of women's trips and we take women out, and that's like a normal thing. But back in the day, that was not a normal thing at all. And so to know that literally the way that we host women's trips was started here on this river, maybe right here where we're standing, where she would take a group of women out in the boat and they would go fishing, and then they would come back and have lunch. And have a cocktail probably. And, this is a dream come true for someone who has just studied so much of the women who have made our history what it is.
I couldn't agree with you more. So let's make a cocktail. All right. Okay. So I wanted to create a cocktail called the Lady Caroline that embodies the elegance and beauty of her history and legacy of her history. Right. So we're going to use the Gordon Castle Walled Garden Gin, and let's get to it. You guys want to help out?
Yeah.
All right. Can I get you to cut some lemons and squeeze, basically just get me some lemon juice, April? And then I'm going to start building this with the gin and egg whites.
Ooh, I love egg whites.
So there's going to be egg white in here. It's going to give this cocktail a nice fluffy character, a velvety mouthfeel as well. And so this is kind of a technique called, we're going to use a technique called dry shaking, which is adding the ingredients to the shaker, but we're not going to add any ice yet.
Why aren't you going to add ice now?
So what that's going to do is it's actually going to help the egg froth up. And if you add ice too early, it'll dilute it too fast, and you're going to lose that mouthfeel once again. And so, see if we can do this without.
Ooh, that's high stress, not getting a shell in there.
Look at that.
Looks like you've done that before.
I've done it a couple of times. Then we've got some lemon juice.
Nice
so
job,
we're going to do.
Thank you.
Lovely. So the nice thing about these YETI lids is that you can use them as measurement. This is 1 exact ounce. So half of that cap is a ½ ounce. Okay, then we're going to use an elderflower liqueur. So elderflower liqueur, elderflower is found in the walled garden, and it is found in the marmalade, which we'll be using as well. It's one of my favorite liqueurs. Think floral. Typically, it's going to be an addition to cocktails to just amp them up a bit. So we're going to do 1 ounce of that elderflower liqueur. The marmalade also has elderflower in it as well. It's coming straight out of the garden. It's incredible. And there's so many different jams and culinary salts, herbs, spices. This works so good with this cocktail. With those peels in there, it also has kind of a bitter flavored as well. So it's a sweet bitter, which bitter works so well with cocktails. And I don't have a spoon, so we're just going to do this the old-fashioned way and use a knife. We've got the marmalade, we've got the gin, we've got the elderflower liqueur in there. Now we're going to give this that dry shake that I was talking about. And again, this is just adding air and a light fluffiness to this cocktail, to all these cocktails with egg white in it. You just give it a vigorous shake. You want to burp them every now and again because that air is building up. You are building air bubbles in that shaker. And so every few shakes, go ahead and just give it a little burp from the top of the lid. But that's your indicator that you know you're doing it right. So you can kind of see.
Oh,
Yeah, very
that
velvety.
was great.
Right?
Oh my goodness, you get the waft smell.
So next thing we're going to do is we're going to add ice to this. Now we're going to chill this out. Give it a little bit of a dilution.
Do you find that the size of ice cube makes a difference?
Yeah. So what you want to do, it's cocktail dependent, what you're going for. But with cocktails like this, you can use crushed ice. And then if you use a large format ice cube, like a big inch by inch block, it will actually help amplify that foam even more. And so it's not a huge deal with this one right now, but yeah, it does. Okay, then we're just going to strain that into a coupe glass. And what you're looking for is that nice frothy top.
That looks beautiful.
Really good.
And you'll notice it's not all the way to the top. That's planned. Now we're going to add a Champanoise cider that was made from apples from the garden as well.
Wow.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is basically, it's a sparkling cider wine. Still pop the top. So we're just going to slowly pour that into the top. And then we're going to take just a couple of dashes of bitters. And we're just going to add a couple of drops of bitters.
Is that for aesthetic purposes?
It's aesthetic, but it's also aromatic. So as you pull it up, everything is kind of working in conjunction with each other, not just flavor, but texture, aromatics, and things like that, which I'm also going to add another aromatic by using the garnishing of the Lady Caroline fly. So we're going to add another aromatic to this by actually spritzing this with rose water, which just, again, adds to the elegance of the cocktail and the Lady Caroline herself. So we're just going to very carefully give it a nice spritz, and we're just going to add that to the side of the cocktail. And now as you pull the drink up to your face, you're going to get a little bit of that rose water. You're going to get some of the aromatics from the bitters, that velvety soft texture from the egg white, and the bubbles from the Champanoise, along with the beautiful elderflower liqueur that's in there. It just mashes so well together with the walled garden gin. But I'm going to let you be the judge of that.
I'll do the honours.
All right. There you are.
Thank you very much.
Looks good.
That is fantastic. It hits all the senses. That's amazing.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I just want to thank you all for coming out, and for you, Emily, for having us out here. We wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for the Lady Caroline. And thanks to you all for joining us and learning a little bit more about the Lady Caroline and this cocktail. Cheers.
Can you please make another one?
Yes.